that I'm killing it. Started out with trucks and hunting season. Now I got my metal up like a kid again. Wasn't trying to make it, then I went and made it. Then I made a song about and they played it. We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. Everybody's got a song called Rockstar, running up the pop charts, hugging on they do.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Tua now from the gun. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They give right side to Henry. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This is Henry on second. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 4th and long.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
You know he was lobbying for his chance to try that kick, and look at what he was able to do. That is a new record. The longest kick ever made on an NFL field, and it really took perfection, Kate, across the board to snap the hold. He hit that ball perfectly to break the record.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun, Minshew. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
He's got his man. This is Austin. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Trying an inside give to Warren. down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll go again with Warren. He gets forward, and that's back 4 yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a first down.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Running left, it's Gainwell. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
At the 16-yard line.
From the red zone on first. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
Incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Now the defense did half the work for them on that previous play, Brock. So just 5 yards to go now on second following the flag. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Well, if they keep this up, Brock, they might just keep us all guessing all game long if they're pulling out plays like that on this opening drive.
Yeah, I love a jet sweep on the opening drive because it stretches that defense horizontally, gets their eyes going east to west, and you know some vertical shots will be coming.
Fullback trying to power it across. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be third and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Now Minshew on third and goal. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. And that opening series, you use this word a lot when we brought methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
One after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
44, ready.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. 7-3 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They've got a first to begin the frame. They're going to get to him, and what a shot! The football's out! But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis at least momentarily averted. His back Derrick Henry was the intended receiver. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Taking a shot deep here. That's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And they could really use a good one here. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And this kick gets past the 20. It's going to reach the 18-yard line before it's touchdown. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Makes the handoff. Now Minshew. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Ja'Whaun Bentley makes the play. And the Dolphins get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, there he was. A step away from making the post-game highlights you see on the news from going viral. Couldn't quite get there. Now they need to punch this one in to convert the interception into points.
It sure wasn't for lack of effort, though, and nobody in this stadium wanted to touch the pay dirt more than that return. He did all he could do. Sometimes you're just an agonizing step or 2 away from that kind of glory. QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Henry. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Now we get to a very interesting call on 3rd down. Kind of a crescendo to this drive. Can the defense rise up knowing there is no margin for error? Just a single yard to go.
And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point rock as they send this off and away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice 1st down run.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
On second down, Warren. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for third down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. You could tell, just look at him down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work too.
Third and a lone yard coming up. He's the with a design keeper. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
First and 10 now from the 46. Play action, it's Minshew. He beams one deep right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Von Bell takes it away. And the Dolphins take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, they've still got the lead, Brock, but they've been unable to find any separation. And now a couple of drives in a row have ended with interceptions.
Might not have cost them the lead quite yet, Kate, but you just know this offensively. Like, you just continue to make mistakes, errors, turnovers. You give your opponent life. That's not the place you want to be.
All right.
The drive begins with Henry. Along the sideline past midfield. Along the sideline inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins push their lead to 6. Sanders all set to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Warren running between the tackles. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line. Third down and about a yard ahead as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Dolphins going to counter with a dime package here. Third down. Warren once more. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
On fourth down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. He's hauled down before he can pay off that gamble as their creativity is rewarded with a turnover on downs.
Well, they tried the fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on fourth down.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's going to be first down Miami. All set to go now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. They're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
On second down, here's Henry again. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins bump the lead up to 13 points.
Steelers 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. On the shotgun, Minshew finds the in route complete. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
For us Steelers.
1st and 10, Minshew. Puts him on the out route. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that's...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. Along the right sideline, there's space. And this is going to be a pick 6. He is in for the Miami touchdown.
Kid, I know you've listened to me over the years praise and compliment offenses to just not go away from success. If you're running it well, keep running it. If you're throwing it, keep throwing it. Don't go away from it. Well, this defense, they're not going away from the pressure. And you see the dividends it's paid this time all the way.
Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Johnson with a return here. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Minshew working from the gun. Rolling over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Now with Warren. He gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell.
36-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. Beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They'll hand it off to Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he can only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Minshew setting up to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Minshew now on 3rd down. This one falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing a 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. We better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And this stays a 3-possession game.
I know there's golfers out there, Kate, that love to play this game as well. And any golfer knows, hey, man, at the turn, no matter how bad that front side was, there's still a chance, right? There's still another hole, still another opportunity. You write that script of hope. Kickers are kind of like golfers, right? They're always thinking of the next one, but unfortunately, with that miss, well, this scorecard's going to end up ugly.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
This finds its target. That's Hill. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. Crossing route throwing that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hey, get set.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect. and it wasn't there.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Ready. 18. Out.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. They haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. A pickup of 17. And that was the Dolphins' first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17
Go ahead.
yards. First down, Miami.
Flying down the middle with Henry. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
44. Ready. Ready.
It's Henry on the counter. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
That counter could never get started. Good chance someone on that line telegraphed that play because the defense was all over it. Fortunate just to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down.
Out.
Throw here, third down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with first and goal.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and goal, Miami.
Ready.
They'll run here with Henry. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the...
And they take this in for the score. The Dolphins push their lead further to start the half. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead.
Steelers 7. Jason Sanders.
Sanders all set to send it away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. Minshew to throw. Ooh, puts some air under this one, right side. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give the quarterback a chance.
Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Gain 11 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They run with Gordon. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It'll be the Steelers with possession, but this game pretty one-sided at this point. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Now Minshew. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he gets this beyond midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
To the air on third and long. And that was too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
Got to is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Here's Henry running left. Looks away from one. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for the Dolphins. First down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Dolphins.
It's safe. Go ahead. Get on.
Running once more with Henry. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here.
Ready. Ready, team. Wait there. Let's go. Out.
They'll run here. It's Benson. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. Third and goal coming up.
Ready. Ready, team. Out.
Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a fourth down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome.
Fourth down, and on comes Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Sanders sends it through, and that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. Out of the gun, Minshew. Here's the jump off to Warren. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Minshew on 1st down. Hits him on the in route. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing on 1st is Minshew. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked up by Chidobe Awuzie. And the Dolphins have it as he reports his 7th interception of the season.
I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Get set. Right.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
This is Henry on 2nd. Call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Gronk. It's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Good. Out.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Warren, quick on the draw. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and you take it in short completion. You never ever this offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Going for it with Warren. And there it is. He just kept 2
Hey, you could just feel it, right off the snap. You just got that sense at the line of scrimmage. When those big guys defensively win it right off the jump, right at the line of scrimmage down here at the goal line, well, they've got a chance to put 2 points on their ledger. That's well done by those big boys defensively.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So following the safety, Brock, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. That's taken on the 7. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. Has room down the left sideline. Into the red zone. And this is short of the goal line, but very close, all the way down to the 2.
I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Huard, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Pittsburgh.